Candice, thank you very much for your time as always. We're going to chat about your runners on Wednesday, the 18th of December at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth. You got quite a few of them. You start in race 1, Maniki Nico and Summer Snow. I know things didn't go according to plan at the gates with Maniki Nico last time, and Summer Snow some good form.
Yeah, Maniki unfortunately reared up in the gates before they opened, and he got left quite away. So if he jumps on terms, which he's never done that before, so he should be okay. And if he jumps on terms, he's always an honest little horse. He's not the soundest of fillers. He's got a few niggles along the way, but he's always a horse that can finish in the money. The other horse, Summer Snow, he seems to be improving now a little bit more. He ran over 12 last time and he went to the front all the way, so we've got him back in 1,000. Still left the blinkers on this time. So yeah, it just depends if there's something too strong in the field. He's the kind of horse that certainly would have a good each way chance.
Lovely. Then race number 2, you got English Mistress and Princess Beautiful. We'll start with English Mistress, as honest as they come.
Yeah, it's very tricky for me to try and find her race. I had her in a nice fillies 1800, which didn't stand up, fell away. So we've ended up in a handicap race over 2,000 against the colts, which is a little bit tricky. She's having to give away weight to quite a lot of colts or geldings in that race. So I don't really like these races for her. I prefer to run her over. It's in a normal maiden over sort of a trip, and I can't seem to find anything for her. So, you know, she's the kind of filly that always ends up in the second box. She finds one to beat her, and I keep on saying that she should break her maiden soon, but somehow or other we seem to find one along the way. So yeah, she's fitting well, and I think she'll enjoy the long straights. It'll be a much better option for her, but obviously it's a little bit tricky trying to assess those races there's quite a few horses with some lightweights there. The other filly, Princess Beautiful, she's carrying a nice lightweight. She's looking for some ground too, so I think she'll be suited to this trip plus the long straights. She's a little bit weak still. She needs to strengthen up, but the kind of filly that could improve.
Then we've got to race number 3, you got Fly Futura. There's something there with him, no doubt, Cans. I know it's a competitive race. What are you expecting?
Yeah, it is a competitive race, you know, and he's comes in there with a fairly big weight. You know, he's been coming down a bit in the ratings. He probably needs to come down a little bit more, but he's looking well at the moment, and he's been working very well. So I expect a decent run from him, but again, as you said, it's a hard race to assess. It's quite open. He is looking for this sort of trip, and I think we'll enjoy the long straight too. So yeah, he'll have a money chance.
Fantastic. Then race 4, lovely looking horses, Air Raid. He must have an undeniable chance in this field.
Definitely. You know, great run from him last time. Unfortunately, we just met Justin's horse, who seems to be very decent. He ran on strong. He did everything right last time. He just didn't quite get his head in front. So looks like a slightly weaker field this time around. He's drawn quite nicely, so I definitely think he'll have a good chance there, yes.
We talk about good chances. Race 5, you've got Empire State, also a good-looking horse, Cans. I thought a little bit unlucky last time. It was one of those head-bobbing jewels, but also priced up as one of the favourites. What are you expecting?
I was a bit unlucky last time. It was very close. Again, a horse that's been backward and he's improving all the time. First time that he goes over the mile this time around. Also the long straights, I think he'll prefer that as well, but also doing well. And again, much the same as the other horse, he'll have a good chance here as well.
We need some help in race number 6. You've got Grandiosa and Kamikaze. Are there horses we need to include?
Grandiosa, since she went away to the farm for a break, since she's come back, she needs to find her form back. She's been a little bit disappointing. I think she will be better over this trip and also with the long straight. But I think she needs to improve a little more before I can fancy her chances. And the other filly, Kamikaze, you know, things have to suit her in the race. She's a type of filly that likes to go to the front, but she likes to have things her own way. So it all depends how the race pans out. She's fitting well. I think she'll enjoy the mile. She didn't run badly last time. She needed to run quite a bit, so she should have come on from there. She must be included, I think, but it's tricky for me to say whether I think she's got a winning chance or not.
Race 8, you're going to need all the help in the world in terms of saddling, Candice. There's quite a few, so let's run through them.
And choosing.
You've got Fun Zone in that race. You've got Kyle Army Girl, the Charleston trip to Maputo, and Winter Rainfall. So let's talk about Fun Zone first.
Yeah, another one that I just can't get the right race for. They keep on losing their races. There was a nice fillies 1400, but it didn't stand up, so I've now ended up running them over distances short to their best. I'm not really sure what to expect from her over an 1100. She's quite a versatile filly, and she's always running on late. So maybe with a bit of pace, she certainly will be finishing. Just depends whether it's too short or not for her.
Kyle Army Girl, I know, very decent on her day.
Yeah, good run from her last time. She found her form back well. She's still doing well after that run. She's in good shape at home. also the kind of filly that just seems to find one on the day somewhere. But yeah, it's also, again, it's a competitive race. It's not easy to find a winner in that race, just looking at my own fillies. But whether or not she's the pick or not, it's a hard question, but she certainly will have a good chance.
A horse that I really like is the Charleston. I know she needs a particular ride, but she can switch it on nicely.
No, she does, and she's a decent filly. She's also come down in the racing, so she's definitely where she can be competitive. Same story with her last time, heads up, heads down, so she was a little bit unlucky. She's doing well at home, and she definitely will be a runner.
A horse that'll pop up soon is Trip to Maputo.
Yeah, I put a pair of blinkers on her, so just to try and get her to travel a little bit better. She's a typical trippy. I think she usually end up running in blinkers somewhere along the line. But she's got ability, and I think if they go a decent enough pace, she certainly will be running on.
And the last year runners, Winter Rainfall.
She's always a tricky one. She's been a little bit disappointing. I would have thought that she would have been better than what she has been. She shows glimpses of being a decent filly, and then she runs an indifferent sort of race the next time. So last time was really, I don't even know what to say about her last run. It was just really a non-event. She looks well at the moment, and also with her, things must go right in the race. So the pace is decent enough for her. She can put in a run on the day where she can win, and she can give you a run where it's an indifferent run. So she's always hard to assess, but she'll enjoy this trip.
Candice, thank you for your time.
Pleasure.